Out of the blue, my eldest son Isaac and his wife decided to leave their kids and cat with me to go on a trip. Dumping your kids and cat on me to go on a trip, isn't that a bit irresponsible? When I confronted Isaac's wife Lily over the phone, she responded without a hint of remorse. "It's a gift from me and Isaac. Imagine a whole week surrounded by your adorable grandkids and a pet. Isn't it like a dream? You'd have to pay at a cat cafe, but here you get to take care of them for free. What a deal, right?" I felt a surge of anger towards Isaac and Lily, laughing heartily. I clenched my fist so tight it felt like my mobile phone would shatter and muttered under my breath. What do they take me for? Just a babysitter? A maid? And now a pet sitter? I can't forgive them. The grudge for the havoc they wreaked on my newly renovated house, I'll make sure they pay for that. I'm Lenor, a 63-year-old housewife. I'm currently working part-time at the company where I used to work full-time, living alone in my husband's family home. I lost my husband 3 years ago. It was lonely at first, but I've grown accustomed to it, and it's quite comfortable now. The hassle of being woken up by my husband snoring in the middle of the night, or having to think about what to cook, has disappeared. Now I can sleep in on the weekends, make whatever I want to eat, and enjoy my freedom. However, that free life came to an end one day. Days of being tossed around by Isaac's family, who do whatever they please, have begun. Isaac has been arrogant since he was a child, and we never got along well. But he did well enough in his studies to graduate from university and get a job at a major company, starting to live on his own. He married Lily, an office worker he met at a party 10 years ago. The marriage was announced after the fact, and before we knew it, Isaac and Lily had 4 children in quick succession, becoming a family of 6. "Can you really afford the education for 4 children?" I asked Isaac. He just laughed it off. "Who do you think I am? A full-time employee at a super famous company. Plus, living with Lily's mom, Sharon, helps us save on rent, so we're saving up. Of course, I also contribute to the kids' extracurricular activities and send gifts for Christmas. They only show their faces at our house for Christmas or family gatherings, so honestly, it was quite a relief. But when they do visit, it's like a swarm of locusts or a storm has hit, leaving a disaster in its wake. The curtains were torn, the white walls scribbled on with a marker everywhere, and the remnants of snacks littered all over the house. With 4 boys around, trivial things like the outcome of a game would start a scuffle, and they'd recklessly engage in dangerous play, like jumping off tables. Their language was rough, and there was never a moment of peace for me. Lily was always out somewhere, and Isaac, unless he was playing games with the grandkids, would be sprawled on the sofa watching videos on his tablet. He never paid any attention to the kids, whether they were doing something dangerous or using foul language. "Isaac, could you please pay a little attention to the grandkids?" When I addressed Isaac, engrossed in his game with the grandkids, he responded without taking his eyes off the screen. "Dad and Mom were always nagging. We practice no-scold parenting. Kids should be raised with praise, you know." I get that, but there are basics like eating snacks while seated, not jumping on beds, not rummaging through someone else's drawers or fridge, and not eating things without asking. Don't you think some basic discipline is necessary? They're just being kids. Let it slide, right? And that's how it goes. He just brushes it off. When I reluctantly turned to Lily, who had come back, she made a face and sighed heavily. "Don't get so upset over kids' antics. That's why the grandkids don't like you." But, don't you love your grandkids, Lenor? If you love them, you can forgive anything, right?" Lily said it as if it were the most natural thing in the world, and I just looked down, gripping the hem of my apron. The aftermath, like replacing the curtains and removing the scribbles, all falls on me after Isaac's family leaves. Am I narrow-minded for finding it unpleasant to see grandkids nonchalantly nibbling on cookies at the dining table? If the grandkids are like this, their mom is even worse. Lily uses my cosmetics without permission. I'm in the service industry, so I take great care in my appearance. Considering my age and skin condition, I regularly purchase cosmetics and clothes from my favorite department store. Yet, every time Lily stays over, she uses my high-end lotions and creams generously, without any hesitation. "Lenor, I forgot my own cosmetics, so I'll use yours, okay?" she'd say and leave all my cosmetics empty. What I use in 2 months disappears in 3 days. When I probed as she was leaving, I found out Lily had been transferring my cosmetics into empty containers she brought from her own home. Lily? Caught in the act, Lily didn't show a hint of discomfort, but pursed her lips. "Let me use the cosmetics freely. They're not diminishing." "Well, they are diminishing, aren't they?" "Isaac, Lenore scolded me. I'm scared." Isaac, with Lily sobbing behind him, shielded her and lashed out at me. "Mom, stop the harassment. It's disgraceful." "That's not it. I just told Lily to stop using my cosmetics." "We're family. Let her use them. Don't be so stingy," Isaac retorted with a twisted face. Unsatisfied, I persisted. "It's over $300 worth of products. It's not right to just take someone's stuff and fill up your own containers." "Well, next time I'll trade you for one of my products. It's only $1, but it's pretty good, you know." "Don't make Lily feel uncomfortable, Mom." "That's enough." It's like talking to a brick wall. To add insult to injury, she rummages through my closet, even planning to take my clothes. "Lenore, this dress is still new, right? Can I have it?" "I just bought it and was planning to wear it." "If you don't want it, give it to me." "Oh, about that cashmere sweater I borrowed the other day, it got a hole. I'm sorry." Seeing the pink sweater Lily held out, I nearly screamed. Somehow, Lily had worn my sweater without asking and burned a hole in it with a cigarette. It was my favorite, bought with a bonus when I was working full-time. Typical cashmere. It was so comfortable. Don't worry, if you decorate the hole, it will look intentional. Lenore, you're good at sewing, right? Lily laughed as if it wasn't her problem, and I clenched my fists. I've had enough. Then the youngest grandchild showed up. "What's going on? Are you getting scolded by grandmother again?" "Yes, help Mom out." "All right, monster, I'll defeat you. Take this." Probably thinking it was a game, the youngest grandchild, holding a toy sword, hit me with all his might. "Mom's okay now. Thank you." Lily, seeing me crouch down, quickly grabbed the child's hand and scurried away. Rubbing my reddened arm, I felt utterly defeated. To think I was called a monster by my 7-year-old grandchild. As Isaac's family made noise playing games together, I quietly shed tears. Each visit from Isaac's family left me feeling down, but thinking about the plan I was secretly working on lifted my spirits a bit. It was the renovation of the house. The house I'm currently living in, my late husband's family home, was getting old here and there. We had planned to renovate it into a 3 LDK before my husband fell ill. But after he became sick, that plan had to be put aside. After my husband's funeral, I began discussing it with contractors. I planned the renovation between Isaac's visits to avoid their meddling. By the end of July, the full renovation was complete, and the 30-year-old wooden house was reborn, looking brand new. Striking blue exterior walls, white window frames, a lawn in the garden. The living room had a vaulted ceiling with bay and arched windows pouring in sunlight, and the spacious kitchen was equipped with an oven, cabinets, and a dishwasher. My favorite part was the second-floor study with a skylight. One entire wall was a built-in bookshelf packed with books. I even set up a solo chair for reading, making it like the attic room I dreamed of as a child, with a sloped ceiling. As a book lover, I had poured my dreams and passion into making this cute house. The old kitchen was cramped and hard to use. I looked around the kitchen with a happy feeling. I was thinking how surprised Isaac's family would be when they come next month. Just as I was picturing their reactions and smiling, the phone rang. "Mom, can we come over now? Prepare dinner for 6, something easy like hamburgers." Before I could grasp the situation, the call ended. I wondered how making hamburgers could be considered easy, but I quickly went shopping and started preparing dinner. The salad was ready and the hamburgers were just about to be cooked when Isaac's family arrived. "What? You renovated? Amazing!" "Cute house. Wow, it's so clean inside too." "Grandmother's fragile house got pretty." The 4 grandkids stormed in and immediately started exploring the house. Ignoring the kids running around, Isaac and his wife were busy with their mobile phones. I gave them a look of disbelief. "It's troubling when you come over unannounced." "It's Sunday. You're off from your part-time job, right?" "That's not the point. I had to rush out to shop." I work shifts on Saturdays, so today was my only day off. My plan to read a book after dinner was ruined. As I cooked dinner, Isaac, laughing, scratched his head. "Actually, Sharon ran away from home. She wants to be free from taking care of the grandkids and the cat. Such selfish behavior is troublesome, right?" "See, Isaac and I are busy with work, and it's worrying to leave the kids alone. After-school programs are expensive." "It's free to ask Sharon, but she's gone now, so Mom, you're up." I was astounded by their audacious reasoning. While I was still in shock, Isaac and his wife started bringing in their luggage and setting up the cat's litter box from the car to the entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I remember hearing that the number of litter boxes should be the number of cats plus 1. That means... Wait, how many cats do you have? 6. We're kind, you know, took in some neighborhood rescue cats. Mom, where's the room for the cats? The room on the second floor with the books would be perfect. Let's put the litter boxes there. Come on, everyone, bring the cats in. Okay. Following Isaac and his kids, who set up the litter boxes and cat towers, the grandkids started bringing in the black pet carriers with the cats. And just like that, my 6 tatami-sized attic room was transformed into a cat room. I'm not criticizing people who keep many cats or dogs, and I do understand the cuteness of cats. However, I question whether parents who neglect their own children can properly take care of pets. Have you been having Sharon look after them when you come here? Yeah, pet hotels are expensive, and it's sad to lock them in small cages, right? Isaac joined in, crossing his arms. Sharon is really irresponsible. Mom, don't run away and take good care of the grandkids and cats, okay? Coming unannounced and making demands? I'm troubled. I've never had a cat before. The kids will take care of feeding in the litter box, so it's fine. Lily's insistence and Isaac's laughter filled me with distrust. So we're counting on you for the cat care and the kids' baths and meals. What? We're heading out. Leaving me still unable to grasp the situation, Isaac and his wife went out. As the grandkids' screams filled the air, I wished I could cover my ears. I was reading a cooking magazine in the kitchen corner, But a sudden unease made me head to the second-floor study. Cats need scratching posts, but I don't recall Isaac and his family bringing anything like that. Where would the cats sharpen their claws? Tentatively peeking into the study, I was appalled and slumped at the doorway. The room was in a terrible state. The wallpaper at the entrance was peeled and hanging. The torn marks were undoubtedly from the cats sharpening their claws. And there it was, the smell of cat urine in the corner. A cat was seriously scratching the floor around the puddle, perhaps trying to cover it with sand. A white cat was climbing the curtains, perched on the curtain rail, looking down at me. Another was sprawled on an open book, snoring. In the middle of the room, 2 cats were wrestling. There should be one more. Looking out the window over the cat tower, I saw a black figure walking on the lawn. I rushed out, sneaking up between the shed and the fence, cornering and catching the black cat. The moment I caught it, I nearly cried with relief. The neighbor has a Doberman. If it had wandered there, it would have been the end. As I returned exhausted to the room, the grandkids ran up to me. "Grandmother, we're hungry. What's for dinner? I want shrimp gratin." "I want omelet rice curry." "I'm in the mood for spaghetti." After the meal, I asked the eldest Ralph to take the grandkids for a bath while I cleaned up the kitchen. Since the guest room wasn't enough, I lent my bed to the grandkids and used the sofa in the study as a bed. "Mom and Dad will be back soon, so make sure you sleep properly." As I told the grandkids and was about to go upstairs, Ralph said, "They won't be back for a while." "What?" "They went on a trip for a week. Didn't you know?" Stunned for a moment, I pulled out my mobile phone. I called Lily and she answered immediately, so I confronted her strongly. "Leaving your kids and cats with me to go on a trip? Isn't that a bit irresponsible?" Then Lily, without a hint of remorse, declared, "It's a gift from me and Isaac. Imagine a whole week surrounded by your adorable grandkids and pets. Isn't it like a dream? You'd have to pay at a cat cafe, but here you get to take care of them for free. What a deal, right?" I was at a loss for words. The pillar at the room's entrance was shredded by the cats using it as a scratching post, and there were puddles of urine in the corners. The scratches on my face and arms from catching the black cat were stinging. "We're thoughtful, aren't we? You should be thankful." "We don't need your thanks, just give us some money. Money. Lost big at the casino today." Isaac and Lily's distasteful laughter over the phone ignited a fierce anger in me. After hanging up, I bit my lip hard and muttered to myself, "What do they take me for? Just a babysitter? A maid? And now a pet sitter? I can't forgive this. The grudge for the havoc they wreaked on my newly renovated house, I'll make sure they pay for that. Be prepared." A week later, when Isaac and his wife returned, I decided to confront them. After the kids went to bed, I called the 2 of them to the study. "How long are you staying?" "Don't rush us. The kids are on summer break, so we can stay a bit longer, right?" Isaac said, laughing. I confronted him with a question I'd been harboring for a while. "Isn't it inconvenient to commute from here?" Suddenly, Isaac and his wife started fidgeting. "It's a commutable distance by train." "I can drive. It's not that different. Besides, it's a waste for Lenor to use this house all by herself." Lily suddenly said something absurd. "It's just right for us to live together." "Yeah, let's live together. Finding a pet-friendly apartment is a hassle." "Mom, you'll enjoy every day surrounded by cute grandkids and cats, right?" I was infuriated to my core. They let the grandkids handle feeding the cats and changing the litter, while they spent their time leisurely on their mobile phones or playing video games. That's enough. I ended the conversation, but that doesn't mean I gave up on dealing with Isaac and his wife's tyranny. I first asked my boss to use up my paid leave and took a long vacation. The next day, I pretended to go to work daily, visiting various places. 2 weeks later, I stood in front of Isaac and his wife lounging in the living room and shouted, "How long are you going to loaf around? Freeloading couple, aren't you ashamed in front of your children?" Lily slowly rose and glared at me. "What's this all of a sudden?" "This isn't a free lodging. If you're staying long-term, pay for food and living expenses." "Oh, but that might be difficult for the two unemployed, right?" "Unemployed? Unemployed?" Isaac and his wife stiffened and questioned each other. "What about your accounting job?" "Isaac, you said the business deal went well yesterday, didn't you?" I shrugged with a sigh of relief. Taking out documents from a large file, I read them aloud. "Lily, you were fired for regularly abusing your juniors, right? And Isaac, you made a major mistake involving a client and didn't apologize, just made excuses. After being scolded by your boss, you lashed out and resigned voluntarily, right?" As I revealed the results of the investigation I requested from a detective, Isaac and his wife started blaming each other. "What? Lily, what have you been doing all day? And you? Casino visits, really?" "Bingo! And Lily, hopping from one brand shop to another. Such an elegant couple, leisurely enjoying weekdays," I said it sarcastically. Isaac was the first to notice something was amiss. "Lily, where are you getting all this money from? And you, blowing through $300 in pocket money like it's nothing? You didn't secretly use the money I gave to the grandkids, did you? Huh? Am I right?" As Isaac and Lily's gazes darted around, I rebuked them. "Using your children's savings? What appalling parents! That money was meant for their future education. I gave them extra during New Year's and as a celebration for entering elementary school. It wasn't meant for you two." "Shut up, we know that," Lily snapped irritably, and that's when Ralph appeared. "Dad, Mom, have you been using our savings to have fun without working?" Isaac and Lily's cheeks twitched as they scrambled for an excuse. "No, that's not it. Grandmother is just misunderstanding." "Exactly. Dad and Mom work hard every day for you guys. Don't show that to the kids." Ralph peered at the detective's report. He might only understand a part of it, but Ralph's innocent face turned stern. "Lies from Dad and Mom." Ralph muttered sadly, glaring at Isaac and Lily, pouring out his accusations. "Always telling us to study and do our homework well, to go to a good university to become a respectable employee like Dad, but you're not even responsible yourselves. I gave you all my allowance and New Year's money because you said it was for saving for the future. Spending that money on having fun is the lowest." "Sorry, son. Dad's pocket money wasn't enough, so..." Isaac, apologizing with his hands together, was met with Lily's glaring eyes. "What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying my household management is bad? It's your earnings that are poor. Quitting a big company? Aren't you an idiot?" "I don't want to hear it from a carefree part-time office worker like you." "What did you say?" Isaac and Lily faced each other, starting a heated argument. "That's enough. If you have complaints about my way, you take care of the kids and the cats. I'm going back to my parents' house." "Why all of a sudden?" "You can stay here, live happily with Lenor and the kids. Maybe make some pocket money at the casino." Listening to Isaac and Lily's exchange, I stood up. Silently gathering my things, I told them with a smile, "Well, I'm also going back to my parents' house. Farewell." I briskly pulled my mint green suitcase, leaving the house with Isaac and Lily watching in astonishment. A week later, while I was having coffee at home, the phone rang. Since I left, calls from Isaac and Lily have been incessant. Reluctantly, I answered the phone, and Isaac's voice, almost in tears, sounded through. "What's this about, Mom?" "What do you mean?" This house, it's in my name, isn't it? Yes, that's right. You're my eldest son, and Lily seemed to like the house. It's a gift from me. I said it with a touch of sarcasm, and Isaac let out a pitiful voice. Why are the property taxes, water, and utility bills so high? We're unemployed. How are we supposed to pay this? I explained patiently, but with disbelief. When you renovate and enhance the value of a property, taxes go up. With 6 people living there, water and utility bills will increase. Lily takes 3 showers a day, and the grandkids play in the bath for an hour, constantly reheating the water, right? Oh, I see, Isaac groaned. Please, we'll work seriously, just come back. Taking care of 4 kids and 6 cats, it's impossible. Who dumped that troublesome job on Sharon and then on me when she disappeared? Pretending to reflect now is too late. That's right. We're not maids or sitters. Take proper care of your own children and pets. After a moment of silence on the phone, Lily shouted, Is that you, Mom? Please come back. Can't you hear your cute daughter's plea? Lily, you'll manage. I'm rooting for you. After I heard some noise on the other end, Lily's mom, Sharon, hung up. I promptly blocked Isaac and Lily's numbers and messages, then exchanged a smile with Sharon. Yes, after returning home, I messaged Sharon, who was staying at a hotel, and invited her to my parents' house. The house, left in the care of my cousin, was empty, so I offered for us to live together. Sharon and I have been close, chatting in cafes after funerals and other gatherings. We share similar tastes in books and movies, and being the same age, we enjoy reminiscing about the past. Shy as she is, Sharon kept quiet about the hardships of being burdened with her daughter and Isaac's kids and cats, not wanting to criticize her own daughter and Isaac. If only you had told me earlier, I would have given them a stern warning. I'm sorry, Lenor. My daughter seems to have caused you trouble. I gave Sharon a reassuring smile. We're in the same boat, dealing with troublesome children. That's true. Cutting off contact felt so liberating. A black cat approached Sharon's feet and meowed. There, sorry for being late to take you in, Sharon said gently, lifting the cat onto her lap. The cat purred contently, eyes closed, as Sharon gently stroked its back. Adorable. It's hard to find apartments that allow cats, especially 6 of them. Although the newly renovated house was messed up and I was a bit upset, on reflection, the cats weren't at fault. I've been searching for them since moving out, worried about leaving them with my daughters, staying in hotels all this time. The cats have been through a lot too. The cats look so peaceful with Sharon here. They're all good kitties. The toilet mishaps and scratching the pillars were just them being startled by the sudden move, Sharon said with a gentle smile. Initially, I had no knowledge about cats and was scared when they came near me, but I eventually fell for their charm. Those 2 must be saying selfish things like they miss the cats now. They probably are. I hope they'll work hard for their children, Sharon said thoughtfully, sipping her coffee and gazing at the sunset sky. According to the neighbors, Isaac and Lily have been attending numerous job interviews and finally found full-time positions. They are reportedly working earnestly now. The problem lies with the care of their 4 children. Ralph found out about the parents using the children's savings, and after he revealed everything to his siblings, Isaac and Lily lost their children's trust. The kids have started to ignore their parents and even verbally abuse them, leaving Isaac and Lily at their wits' end. They have to face the consequences of their negligence. Having left my job and returned to my parents' home, I've decided to live with Sharon. With the money from selling my late husband's family home and our savings, we can live comfortably without extravagance. Sharon, who's good at cooking, takes care of the meals, and I handle the cleaning. We hang the laundry together and share the household chores efficiently. The house is spacious, giving us each our own room and privacy, ensuring we can continue to live together harmoniously. No more dealing with children's cries or verbal abuse, or getting teary-eyed from cat scratches. We, 2 women past our 60s, are looking forward to enjoying a peaceful rural life.